Before the rules. For 100 years, from the mid-1700s to the mid-1800s, something strange happens in my family tree. Everything settles. After centuries of impossible meetings across continents, suddenly my ancestors are showing up as Tuscan, Northwest European Iberian. The wild geographical scatter stops. The DNA consolidates into recognizable, acceptable European categories. I have to ask, was this actually stability, or was this strategic passing? This is the age of enlightenment. Of reason of classification of empires, drawing borders and deciding who counts. It's the era of scientific racism, of legal codes that define exactly who can marry whom, own property, claim citizenship. For a family like mine, already carrying Jewish, North African, Caribbean, Asian ancestry, this was not a safe time to be visible. So what did they do? Maybe they converted, Jewish to Catholic. Again, maybe they changed names, moved to new cities, where no one knew their history. Maybe they made very careful marriage choices, selecting partners who would help them blend in. Maybe they stopped telling stories I never got to learn. They stopped passing down the truth of who they were, because that's what survival looked like in the age of empires. You became invisible. You protected the next generation by giving them less to hide, and it worked for 100 years. My family looks stable, respectable. European, fitting the mold of expectations, but the cost was memory. Memory I am not looking to recover and embrace. It's the stories that weren't told and the languages that weren't taught. It's the parts of identity that got suppressed so thoroughly that even now, with DNA evidence, I'm having to reconstruct what they deliberately erased. What I inherited from this century isn't just discretion. It's the weight of silence. The knowledge that sometimes survival means not speaking, that there's wisdom in knowing what to reveal and when, that protecting your family can mean withholding truth, even from them. Hands holding secrets, closed doors, whispered conversations. I understand that instinct. I've felt it, the urge to make things easier for the people I love by giving them a simpler story. I also inherited something else from this period. The pressure that builds when you suppress truth for too long. What stories, secrets, did your ancestors have to erase to survive that you lost?